Good morning, Chatty House. Shout out to everyone in here this morning.
What's good? What's good?
What's up, John? Shout out to you in here first. Warren, Dad. Russ in here, Miss Mac 10, Zabo.
Good morning, Chatty House.
Yeah, shout out Joe Brazil back. Yeah. What's up, Gregory? Spencer?
It's good, everybody. As the old Carter used to say, what's popping? Bro, what the hell?
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Tuesday. Shout out to everyone with us this AM. It's the Jump with Kyle Batson and Jesse Tapia. Kyle Batson out there in Japan. So I got Casey in here with me.
Yes, sir.
Joe back here on this Tuesday. Shout out Joe behind the glass.
Good morning.
I mean, the best part about, I was talking to you before the show, the best part about having a morning show is that everything just happens immediately after.
Oh, for sure.
Show ends. I got a new quarterback.
Well,
The Falcons got a new quarterback.
I got to know how you feel about that
No,
because I didn't think that was the plan.
I thought it could be the plan, but I didn't realize it was going to happen like that. It was kind of like, all right, we'll see. The Falcons got a new quarterback.
Oh, man.
Shout out to you guys.
Man.
You're going to love them.
Some of these people be stealing money, man.
You're going to
swear,
love
man.
them.
And I'm not talking to them. I'm talking about these decision makers.
Yeah.
Just stealing money. Bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You just you moved up in the draft to take this guy. Now you're going to get a Tua. Now, maybe they're looking at Tua as a backup. Have they clarified that?
I don't think they have, but we'll talk more about
They
that.
should be. They should be.
I don't know. We'll see. Michael Penix isn't great either. But point being, a lot happened yesterday. And shout out to those Raiders. We're going to be talking about those guys in a second. 49ers.
Yep.
I'm so happy I didn't let you throw that take on the board yesterday.
See,
that is what I was talking
gosh,
about.
bro.
Hold on.
Nah, this
Hold
is
on. No,
crazy, bro. They sabotaged me, Joe.
No,
they sabotaged me out here, man.
I saved the integrity of the board.
What do you mean the integrity of the board? That was one of the most non-reactional takes that could have happened on here. It was just, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know they win in more than 10 games. I didn't have to wait for no Mike Evans.
More than 10. You didn't say more. You said they were going to win double digits. That could be just 10.
All right.
And like I said, that could have been
I didn't need no Mike Evans. I didn't need no trade. I didn't need no draft pick. I didn't need nothing. I told you right there on March 9th, Niners winning double-digit games.
Like I said, we will get to why I saved
Sabotage.
the integrity of the board.
Sabotage.
We also got the World Baseball Classic.
I was popping.
USA Mexico did deliver. It wasn't like it came around at the end.
Well, that's because my boy he put it away early. My boy put it away early. He said, "I'm not even messing around."
Stop it. He started it, and Roman Anthony. All right, shout out Roman Anthony.
That was a bomb.
Yeah,
he looks like he's gonna be a stud.
He's the truth. Yeah. We got that. We got Tank Watch. Kings play the Pacers tonight.
Oh man,
the Tank
is
Bowl.
this the worst game of the NBA season?
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Kings might go out and just play their hearts out the other way.
I think the Kings winning tonight.
So yeah,
light the beam.
We'll talk about that. We got Draymond Green to talk about. Warriors fans, hey, if you're gonna let him disrespect you, I guess.
Yeah, man. That's how y'all want to go about it. If that's how you want to. This guy be talking crazy, man.
Yeah, no,
he be talking crazy,
insane. And then we got some other NBA stuff to finish this out today. But first up, shout out to the Raiders. We'll start off with them.
Man.
Got busy yesterday. We were talking before during the show yesterday about how kind of what you do with the 14th pick. Do you take an offensive lineman or do you look in free agency? Who knows what they still do, but they did get started with the center, Tyler Linderbaum.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him a 3-year deal, a little less than $50 million total, I believe. I have to double check those numbers, but point being, got Tyler Linderbaum. Signed Quay Walker, linebacker from Green Bay, Nakobe Dean, Jalen Naylor, wide receiver, Kwity Paye, defensive lineman, just to name a few. Signed Taron Johnson. I believe traded for him from Buffalo. Either way, I got Taron Johnson, DB, and Eric Stokes too, I believe. But they got some work yesterday. A bunch of 3-year deals. Q Myers was on with D'Lo yesterday from Locked On Raiders, and they're all just all in on the direction right now with the Raiders and what they got going on.
Have you ever heard the term you're earner and burner?
No,
that's so like in the work world, not really obviously not the radio work world, but like if you work for the state, you get your 8 hours a month, like your 8 hours vacation, your 8 hours sick leave, and whatever else you get, like 8 hours. I think there's another one or whatever. And man, you get that 32 hour, man, I'm sick the next day. Right after that, I earn it, I burn it. The Raiders are earners and burners with their money.
Yeah, real quick, Tyler Linderbaum's 3 years, $81 million.
They earn that cap space. They burned it real quick.
Oh yeah.
Now, but I don't mean they burned it in a bad way though. That was some solid pickups. They went out and they addressed specific needs with veteran players. You'll be able to couple that with a lot of the young guys that you're going to bring in this draft. And I like the way free agency in the offseason has started off for them.
Yeah.
The Raiders are out there having a plan, sticking to it. I like it. It. But they're definitely earners and burners. I'm an earner and burner. Earner and burner with vacation time, earner and burner with money. Just what it is. I put back into the economy. That's what I do.
I got a lot of vacation time to use up. Shout out, honestly, a lot. But
well, see, the radio's different. It's radio's different. You can't usually earn and burn.
Yeah.
Usually that's not the way it goes. When I was with the state, though, boy, I'd stay on 16 hours vacation.
Oh yeah.
I would never get up to like 50.
I like they said Tyler Linderbaum. He's kind of the offensive lineman of free agency. So that's a big pickup. Quay Walker, we all know who that is. I like Jalen Nailor. He was not buried. He got his touches and all that as a wide receiver, but he was kind of behind Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. I think he's going to be someone. I'm not going to say he's like breakout or anything like that, but you'll see.
He's a good ball player.
Yeah, you'll see impact from him this season.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
I like what the Raiders did. It's like everyone says, it's just a clear direction, finally moving forward from them, and it's just kind of shout out to them for doing things the right way finally.
Yeah, man. Look, I like everything they've done so far in the offseason. I have no reason to believe that their draft is going to be bad or anything like that. Like they're going to do well in the draft. They're going to get some good ball players. They're going to use some of those extra picks that they have. I can't remember they got a second rounder, right?
No, they just got two firsts from the Ravens.
Okay, I thought they got another pick in there instead of another player.
2 firsts and then their former center now.
Got you. But the picks that they've accumulated over time, I think they'll do fine with. Like I'm a believer. We wonder who's calling the shots and everything else like that. I'm a believer in Tom Brady. I think he's a guy that knows the game, that studies the game, that looks at it a different way. And it's not going to be in my opinion, it's not going to be a Michael Jordan situation, where you get these guys that are superstar, GOAT level players, but can't evaluate regular players that are coming in. I don't think that's the case with Tom Brady. I think he knows the game. He knows what to look for. And I think he had his hand in this free agency as well, as far as targeting the guys that he did. And I think he'll do the same in the draft. So I'm expecting big things from the Raiders this offseason.
How do you feel about Fernando Mendoza starting day one? Do you bring in a vet and kind of have Mendoza sit this year? D'Lo was talking about that yesterday.
Me personally, I would. I mean, I think that's
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, there's no urgency to win right away. I would have kept Kenny Pickett around. And
Carolina Panther, I believe.
Yeah, he went to Carolina. I would have tried to find a way to keep him around. I would have. I know they already went down this road, so not this player specifically, but I would have got a Gardner Minshew type guy to come in here. Maybe even keep Geno around.
Gardner Minshew is on a Cardinal, by the way.
He is a Cardinal. The Cardinals are doing what I thought the Dolphins were going to do.
Yeah. No, I guess we're
waiting for this draft, but I would have maybe kept Geno around and just had a veteran in there to start things off for him. But it looks like they're going to give him the keys right away. I'm not always the biggest fan of that, a little old school with it, where I feel like let those guys sit a little bit, let them see the game a little bit, slow it down for them. But it looks like Mendoza's going to get the keys right away.
Yeah, we'll see what the rest of their free agency looks like. But I mean, like I said, shout out to the Raiders making good moves. And now we move over to your squad.
Oh, yeah.
And we did the drum roll yesterday for Eddie Piñeiro, and it's only right.
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
It's only right. Yeah, it wasn't disrespectful.
My boy Eddie P he's one of them dudes.
Yeah, it's respect.
Well, no, see that though. See, no, this right here is not respectful.
Yes, it is.
No,
respect.
No,
this makes me feel like
okay,
right here.
all right, now things are happening. Be like, hey, you got
lifetime supply of sponges.
Now you're clowning me.
No, hey, it's what Kyle's giving me. Like this is what I have. But yeah, the 49ers add wide receiver Mike Evans, future Hall of Famer Mike Evans.
Yeah, man.
I was pretty surprised at the reaction to this move.
Okay, how so? What'd you see?
For me personally, it's like, oh yeah, the 49ers signed Mike Evans. I like it. Had broke his clavicle last season, has dealt with hamstring issues. Collarbone, yeah. But point being, it's like, I don't think I'm ready to put the injury prone tag or like he's this old guy who's washed up or anything like that. I think Mike Evans still has some gas in the tank and can play well. But you look at the reaction yesterday and it's like, oh yeah, they signed an old vet. This isn't what you need. And I think people were probably expecting more, I guess, of the Garrett Wilson types where it's like, go get the big star. But if you had Mike Evans here, go get another receiver in the draft. I'd still go get a receiver in the first round. Personally, I'd go all in. I think how people view you offensively with the NBA is how I am with the NFL. At this point, go get the points. I'm actually going to build up that defense. So, yeah, I'm drafting another receiver first round. Maybe it's Omar Cooper from Indiana, like Chris Biederman was saying yesterday morning on the jump. But I like the move. I think it's exactly what you needed.
So, first of all, when you talk about the reaction, here's the thing. Especially as you search your Twitter and everything else like that.
Yeah.
Niner fans, really, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's exclusive to Niner fans at all. I think it's fans on Twitter, on social media. They always going to complain about something. They that's just what they're going to do. They're going to find the flaw in whatever the move is and complain about it. So I wasn't necessarily surprised about that. Then when you talk about the
go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was actually kind of not surprised, but it's like, oh yeah, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch kind of realized what this is and what they need in the wide receiver room.
Yeah, I mean it's simple as pie to me that they went out, they saw the same things that we've been talking about since the end of the season. And said we need to address that. We need a bona fide number one guy. We need a guy that puts the fear into the defenses of everybody in the league, but specifically the Seattle Seahawks. They are the standard bearer right now when you're talking about the NFC West, when you're talking about the NFC and what they're able to do on the defensive end. They had the Niners bottled up in basically 3 meetings. So they saw it the same way. And like I said, people are going to complain first and foremost. So that's just, it's whatever. But when you talk about some of the concerns that they had, I get it. 32 years old, probably going to be 33, I think, when the season starts. Hasn't really been too injured in his career, but last year, an injury-plagued season.
Yeah.
The collarbone situation is one thing. I'm not worried about that at all. But the hamstring is something to be concerned about. Like, I get it. I get the concern about the hamstring at this age. But you got Mike Evans. You went out and got Mike Evans. And this is, I'll put it to you like this. If the Rams would have went out and got Mike Evans, it would have been the Rams just doing what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Always handling business, not being scared, just going out and seeing the need and getting it. That's what everybody would have said. That's what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch just did with Mike Evans. They needed a number one, a bona fide number one. They went out and handled business and got that bona fide number one. Also, I know people talking about Garrett wasn't like it really trips me out sometimes when people say, and just with their chest, just 100% serious. Just go out and get Garrett. Just go make the trade. Just go get Justin Jefferson.
It's simple.
Just go. Like, what are you talking about? They're already on a team. It takes two to tango. The other team has to even want to move on from this guy. We don't know if they want to. So when you talk
ideas for our radio show,
right. So when you talk about getting guys that are already under contract with other teams, like All right, like I don't know how realistic you think that is. But when you talk about free agency, he's one of the better ones out there. In this free agent crop, to go out and get somebody, Mike Evans was one of, if not the best, wide receiver on the market. They went out and got him, 32 years old.
He's going to be 33 in August.
The Devontae Adams was 33, I think, last year, and put up a hell of a season. And maybe you say Devontae's just better than Mike Evans. Maybe that's the case too. But even with the year that Devontae put out, and he got hurt later towards the year as well, but even with the year that he put out, it doesn't even have to be that for me if you're Mike Evans. I say, can you be better than Juwan Jennings last year? Can you play? Juwan Jennings played 15 games. I got it right here. Can you play 13 to 15 games? Can you put up more than the 643 yards that Juwan Jennings put up? 9 touchdowns on the year. It's a good season for Juwan Jennings. But you would think Mike Evans can do better than that.
Yeah,
even at 32 years old.
It's
33.
It's kind of a no doubt for me if he stays healthy. I'm not ready to throw the injury prone tag on him yet. I get he's old and all that stuff, and he's dealt with the hamstring. But I'm not ready to be like, oh yeah, Mike Evans is at the end of his career and he can go be a wide receiver 3 like Julio Jones was towards the end of his career and things like that. Like I think Mike Evans still has plenty of impact out there.
For sure.
I think you still draft a wide receiver. If it's not the first round, I think you still need to draft one high because I think that wide receiver room does still need work. Like it's just Mike Evans, and depends on how Ricky Pearsall's feeling today, like right now. So I think you still got to draft a wide receiver high, but bringing in a wide receiver like that, it's also helpful because, hey, you don't need to be our number one right now. Mike's going to handle most of the tough work and all that stuff. Just kind of get acclimated to the offense and make plays when you can.
And see, I agree. They still need to go get a wide receiver. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be with a high pick anymore.
No.
If you can find a guy that you like in the 3rd round and maybe in the 4th round, the Niners got 3 round 4 picks yesterday with the compensatory picks that were awarded to them. They got like 133, 138, 139. So if you could go to work there when you talk about a wide receiver. You have Ricky Pearsall coming back. Now, obviously, you don't know if he can hold up, but you got him coming back. Demarcus Robinson is still under contract. One of these 2 guys, you talk about drafting guys and guys coming through. One of these 2 guys between Jordan Watkins and Jacob Cowing have to show up. They have to show up. So you've got that group already. And if you find a guy in the draft, maybe it doesn't have to be 3rd round or 4th, maybe in the 2nd round. If you find a guy that you like there and that you think can be beneficial for you right away, you go snag him.
Yeah.
But I need one more player at that wide receiver position to feel comfortable. It doesn't matter when he gets drafted. If you feel like you got the guy in the first, cool, go get him. But if it's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever, but one more guy that you think you can be a contributor, because they've invested in that position in the draft for a number of different years. Pearsall, Watkins, and Cowing. I think Cowing and Pearsall were in the same draft. That was 2 years ago. Jordan Watkins was a rookie last year. So last 2 drafts, you've taken rookies relatively high at the wide receiver spot. You got to cash in on 2 of those 3 and maybe get another one this draft.
No doubt. Yeah, we're talking Niners right now, 916-909-1320. If you want to call in, share your thoughts. TC, I know you're out there somewhere.
TC said they wasn't going to do nothing.
He did. Yeah, he did. 916-909-1320 for the Mojo's local Tapping Kitchen studio text line. Also, we'll be giving away Aftershock tickets around 8 o'clock, so make sure you're tapped in for that text contest later on. Let's go to the chatty house real quick. Security Carter says he's impactful, but number 1, question mark. I think for Mike Evans, yeah, he still can be. You look at Mike Evans' numbers over his careers, like, yeah, he's got the 1,000-yard streak that broke last year, but he's never really been like a big 1,300, 1,400-yard receiver or anything like that. He's got 1 year. We had 15 back in 2018, but since then it's been a lot of 1,100. There's a 1,200-yard season in there, so it's like I don't think the Niners need him at 1,200 yards this season, but I think he can be around 1,000 yards again this year if he's relatively healthy.
Yeah, for sure, man. And like I said,
you don't need him to be the best receiver in the league or anything like that in this offense.
No, I mean this is the bare minimum. I think he'll be better than this. I think you sign him to be better than this. But here's the bare minimum. Can he be better than Juwan Jennings last year?
Yeah. And
once again, Juwan Jennings, 55 catches, 643 yards last year, 9 touchdowns. Can Mike Evans get over that bar? Because if he can get over that bar, you got better.
Yeah, and I think that's an easy mark clear for Mike Evans.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. Here's the other thing about getting a guy like Mike Evans. Even if he's not a number one right now, if you're an opposing defense, are you going to put your second best corner on Mike Evans?
That's the thing. It's still Mike Evans. Like, he's not in his prime or anything, but he's still a very good receiver. I don't think you can just leave him off to the side. You're going to have to still game plan a bit for Mike Evans.
Yeah, you're going to put your second best DB on Mike Evans? Because here's the thing. Ricky Pearsall, when he plays, was the guy who was garnering the number one wide receiver or DB. Okay, you put that number one DB on Ricky Pearsall, you putting your number two on Mike Evans? And if you go with that, good luck. If you don't, if you say, no, we still got to respect Mike Evans, we'll put our number one guy on Mike Evans. And now you're putting the number two on Ricky Pearsall. Now you're putting him in a spot that's more advantageous for him. Ricky's probably more of a number two, number three. You had him going up against the best DB last year. Now he's going to fall into place, fall in the line. And then you get Demarcus Robinson or whoever you draft or Jordan Watkins. Now they're going up against the third worst DB in a man-to-man situation, or, maybe going up against a safety or something like that. A guy like Mike Evans not only produces the way he does, but he also puts everybody back in their proper slot. And he can still produce. Like you said, is he still a number one right now? Yeah, he's a number one. Like, he's the number one on the Niners. I know that much. And that's a team that last year, when everybody got healthy, they started going to work on the offensive end.
And I know we're not used to it yet. I mean, just kind of people in general talk about Mike Evans, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. Who knows what he's going to look like when he's back healthy, but he's a guy that gets thrown around. And I'm sorry, but like Brock Purdy is also part of that offense too.
Yeah.
They're paying, was it $54 million per year? Like, it's not Mike Evans. Like, oh, can he still be a number one, or just how good is he still? It's like, no, Brock Purdy's there as well. So that's kind of you have the quarterback. That's going to help you. That's kind of what you lean on as well out of all this. I don't think we can leave Brock Purdy out at this point.
And here's the other thing when you talk about Brock Purdy. This is the best receiver he's ever had, correct?
Yeah.
I think it slightly jumps 2023 Brandon Ayuk. This Mike Evans, not Mike Evans over his career. Like, historically,
we're on
Mike
the same
Evans
page. We're on the same page with that. I'm thinking to Mike Evans now, compared to Ayuk in that season.
I think it slightly jumps.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk that year.
Well, we're talking about bringing a Hall of Famer right now, and just kind of what he is at this point. So I'm not gonna argue with you on that one.
Red zone target. They've struggled in the red zone in the past, but I mean, you get a guy right now where you can do back shoulders, you can do fades, you can do jump ball, you can do whatever you need to do. You can do slants. I mean, this is one of the premier red zone targets in the game.
Yeah, no, this is a big pickup. Like I said, I was kind of surprised at the reaction to it, but I think the 49ers will be better off for it. But does it elevate them back to that tier with the Seahawks and Rams? I'm not asking you if they're better than the Seahawks and Rams, but we saw them get blown out by Seattle in the playoffs. The Rams, to me, just felt like a level above the rest last year too, just kind of on that level of Seattle. If there's anyone who's going to beat Seattle last year, was going to be the Rams. And I mean, Seattle got the best of them and won the Super Bowl. I mean, made slight work of the Patriots. But does this kind of elevate the 49ers, or do there need to be more moves to be made? Maybe to shore up the defensive line. They couldn't get to the quarterback at all last season.
Yeah, I think it does elevate them and keep them in that conversation with those two teams. But at the same time, they still need to make more moves. I think they need to figure out what they need to do at that second cornerback spot. I don't like Renardo Green there as your locked-in number two DB. If he was more of a rotational guy or the third DB behind whoever they brought in, I'd feel a little more comfortable. I like Lenore, obviously. I like Upton Stout, obviously. But they need to take care of that, shore that up a little bit, figure out what they want to do with the other linebacker spot, if they can move D. Winters and have him playing with Fred Warner again all year. Who's Nick Martin? How do you feel about him? Is Bethune, is he a guy that you can trust? So they've got to figure that out. And then, like you mentioned, they got to get to the quarterback for sure. I think their thinking might be getting guys back healthy might help that out. I think they're for sure going to draft some people as well. But having Bosa back, having Mykel Williams back, to go with a guy like C.J. West, to go with a guy like Bryce Huff, I think they're banking on health to think that they'll be better at getting at the quarterback a little bit this year. So you got that, and you got to – I think, I talked about the wide receiver stepping up. they've drafted 2 or 3 running backs in the last couple of years. Jordan James, one of them who couldn't get healthy last year, who they're really excited about. Somebody got to step up. It can't just be CMC all year long next year in the backfield. They got to have somebody step up, or they got to go find another running back to give another look. Obviously, you got what's the guy they got from Washington last time? I'm drawing a blank.
Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson. They got him last year, but I don't expect him to come back.
Yeah.
You got to find one of these young guys who could be just as explosive or close to it as what a CMC can provide.
Yeah, so we'll see what it amounts to for the 49ers. We got plenty of Kings talk coming up later on. But
the worst game in the NBA this year.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
We got thoughts, but let's finish up with everything else that happened in the NFL yesterday. We mentioned it to start the show. Tua Tagovailoa headed to the Falcons. Malik Willis headed to the Miami Dolphins. I tweeted out the Elmo gift of him just kind of throwing his hands up about the Malik Willis signing, and like low risk, high reward, great.
He looked good.
He did
in his time at the end of the season.
It was like 4 games, I think, 3 games.
Yeah,
like cool. I mean, hey, he's like he's gonna be the 24th, 25th starting quarterback I've ever seen for the Dolphins. We'll see.
I'm surprised they did that. I'm surprised because I thought they were gonna kind of go with the stopgap guy this year. And look to that draft next year for that quarterback of the future.
You still could, I guess, if he's not good. Because if he's a good quarterback, then it's like, all right, then maybe you do have your franchise guy, and it's kind of not you're going to win a Super Bowl or anything, but maybe it goes the Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones route where it's like we have a guy good enough to help us win ball games, and you kind of shore up the roster around there. But also, if he's bad, then I think you're right where you need to be in the draft next year. It's kind of I don't want to say it's a win-win, but like I said, it's a low risk, high reward move, I think.
I mean,
I don't think it's going to knock, like, I don't think they'll be bad, like mediocre to the point where it's like, Malik Willis is kind of fine, but they have the 15th pick. I think if they're bad, it'll be bad this year.
See, and I don't think they'll be, I like Malik Willis. I like what I saw from him. I don't think they'll be bad enough to get one of the top quarterbacks. Like, I feel like worst case scenario with Malik Willis, you're just a middle of the pack team, maybe 6-7 wins. I think that's the worst case scenario, unless it's just crazy injuries.
Yeah.
He could get you into stratosphere where you're fighting for a playoff spot, and that would be a good thing too. If you have a guy now under center that can get you there as well. So I like the pickup. It's just a different course of action than I thought they would take.
No, I thought they were going to go the tanking route. For me, it was either going to be Malik Willis or Quinn Ewers this year. If some other team paid Malik Willis, it's like, oh yeah, Quinn Ewers would have been your starter. He would have went the tanking route, but I don't mind the move.
Here's the other thing about NFL free agency. I don't be tripping off none of this stuff. None of it. Because we do this every year. I started to take notice. You know what I really took notice is when
Vince Young said they had the dream team.
Well, that was just a disaster.
Shout out to everyone who's old enough to remember.
Yeah, that was a disaster. But where Deshaun Jackson was a free agent. I forgot where he was coming from and where he was going, but I remember I wanted the Niners to hop on it or whatever. I think the Commanders, well, they weren't the Commanders then, but the team in Washington, I think they got Deshaun Jackson. And everybody was like, oh, this is it right here. They making moves. Oh, and it was mass hysteria.
Yeah, he went from Philly to Washington.
Yeah.
He spent like 4 years in Washington, three or 4 years.
And it didn't amount to anything.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I really started to look at this day that just passed and the way people react to this day that just passed. I said, man, I ain't worried about none of this stuff. Because I don't think.
The Raiders aren't winning the Super Bowl?
Not because of that, not because of yesterday. That's my whole thing is the things that we see on that first day of free agency aren't the things I believe usually that takes a team over the top.
You build through the draft. That's just
or later on or trades or something like that. And that's how you get better. Can they help? For sure. But man, grades and everything else like that. This is what we do. I'm part of sports media. So we spent the whole 15 minutes talking about it, but man, come on, man. Y'all don't be overreacting to this stuff yesterday.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to talk about.
It is fun to talk about. I'm happy talking about Mike Evans. I'm happy talking about
Malik
the
Willis.
moves the Raiders did.
He's the one.
I'm happy talking about Malik Willis.
He's going to save my team finally. He's going to fix us. Yeah, 916-909-1320. Mitch, we see you on the line. We're going to get to you after the break. We got some World Baseball Classic to talk about. We got Kings to talk about and plenty of NBA. So make sure you tapped in. This is The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia. Casey in for Kyle Madsen. This is ESPN 1320, Sacramento Sports Leader.
Hold on, guys. I need to get a Gatorade. Hold tight.
Give me 1 second, Chatty House. I'm gonna upload these clips real quick and I'm gonna say what's up. Good morning, everybody. By the way, it is dark now. You guys were right. I don't know how I didn't. That was just such an oversight last week when I was like, oh, I'm so excited for it to be bright while I wake up. But yeah, it was coming quick.
What you guys talking about, man?
Make sure you guys hit us up on the text line as well. If you guys hit us up on the text line, we'll see it, read it. I'm always checking that. Mojo's local tap and kitchen text line, 916-909-1320.
Rest Dog Hector was good.
Oh, this reminds me. I'm not going to light her up on the radio because shout out to my wife. But I'm watching the World Baseball Classic yesterday. She's like, oh, is there a deaf player out there?
She said what?
Is there a deaf player out there? And I was like, no. And she's like, she's tapped into sports and like she's got the basics and stuff like that. I was like, nah, what you mean? Like, nah. She's like, oh, they're like signing right now. I was like, no. She's,
All right, man.
yeah.
All right,
Like, no.
All right.
She's calling the fastball, babe. You do that because you can't tell the pitcher, like, yeah, fastball. Shout out to her. I love her.
Shout out, Crystal.
She's got Jason Tatum takes, but yeah, I guess baseball we gotta pick up more.
That's okay. We'll get there just in time for them to leave.
She says Tatum is fine, but he just always comes up short in the big moments.
Well, the guy just won a championship. What are we talking about?
I know
He should have been Finals MVP.
Yeah, but again, she's seen the other stuff. She saw the Warrior series first. Shout out to all you guys in here. This AM, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, Zabo, I think we were very off base when we wondered if we'd see the sun at all. The sun is light as hell right now. Just when we get here, like we get here at like 6:15, it looked like the sun ain't nowhere near coming up.
Yeah, bro. It was pitch black when I got here too. 6:40-ish.
No, when we come back, I gotta tell you how I got tricked at the dentist office. Look, hey man, I haven't watched Raw, but it's starting to creep back on my timeline. I saw the Usos. I saw CM Punk. I'm just not a CM Punk guy. Like I'm just not. Like
I am.
He's great.
He's one of the greatest of all time.
He's great. He's a great, but I don't think his promos.
That run he had in like 2012, I think, brought me back to wrestling.
I don't think his promos are that good. But this is the thing about wrestling. Wrestling, sometimes it just appeals to your personality. I look at the way Roman talks in his promos. Is it just aligns with the way? Like I think about if I was a wrestler, I would talk like Roman.
Mhm.
I wouldn't talk like, "Hey pal, I'm gonna," like, no, I'm like doing all that, bro. Like I'd talk like Roman. And that's why it appeals to me a little bit more. And Punk, he cuts promos like a wrestler.
Well, yeah, but like before at his peak.
Well,
like,
no,
he
I'm
was-
talking about now.
No, yeah.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
Yes, it is The Jump. Kyle Madsen is not here, though. KC's in with me, Joe
That's
Brazil, behind the glass. We've been talking 49ers, Raiders. I might have a potential franchise quarterback again.
Yeah.
I mean,
I may have the next Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
This may be Deion Sanders in '94 all over again, man. Got somebody signed him and takes us to the championship.
Who knows?
You
I'll
know.
probably be wrong. Maybe it'll work out for Kenny. Things have gone right for him in his NFL life compared to
Right.
but
Raiders might have, a Pro Bowl center that disappears the day of the Super Bowl. That's actually not a joke I should have made.
See, but it happened, and you brought it up. And shout out to everyone listening on the radio, ESPN 1320 on their HD2 radios, 98.5 HD2, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff, TuneIn app. I don't know what the take is or what I have right here, but it's just more so a lot of stuff, crazy stuff happened. Like I feel like pre-2000 or like pre-2003, and then everything in the NFL and just sports in general just completely cleaned up, or they just figured out a way to make it all a big old secret where like nothing gets out at this point. Because I feel like we just don't have those stories anymore, or we just don't hear them. Because we hear the podcast where it's like, oh yeah, you guys just don't even know, and blah blah blah. And oh yeah, I was listening to Isaiah Hartenstein. He was talking about playing in the Houston Rockets G League team. He's like, yeah, they were fighting every day at practice. It was coaches and players fighting. And Alex Cruz was there just kind of agreeing, like, yeah, if you guys only knew. And it's just like, we don't hear about none of that stuff, I feel. But like, you have the stories like you just brought up where it's like, I can go back and research and like, it was a story.
Yeah. That particular one, the Barry Robbins one is.
And I just kind of wonder when everything
wild.
flipped.
Yeah, that was wild. I think those things happen often, though. I mean, the behind the scenes stuff, the stuff that doesn't get out, the stuff that the team, the organization doesn't want out, the fighting and all this other stuff. And then I'm also a big believer. Like when I hear that people are fighting in the locker room, now it's the G League. So nobody's like paying attention. I don't even think they have a beat writer. So it wouldn't happen like that in the NBA.
Yeah.
But when I hear that and hear like it doesn't get out, I like that. I am a big believer of family business, right? Everything that happens in that locker room isn't for public consumption. We, as the public, as the media, we don't need to know that they're arguing all the time or that they're fighting all the time or anything else like that. You keep family business in-house and you work through it as a family.
Yeah.
So that's how I go about sports and all this other stuff. People are like, well, we need to know what's going on. No, you don't. And that's just my mind. That mindset is like an athlete, I guess. Like, no, you don't need to know everything that's going on here. You need to know whether or not we can figure out a way to win or not.
Yeah.
You don't need to know if we like each other or if we're getting along or if we fight every day in practice. But when we get out there at 7 o'clock or 1 o'clock for, football, are we able to come together and get a win? That's how I go about it.
Yeah. People just love the drama.
That's true. And
we
look,
all do. I get into it too.
I'm not mad when the stories get out.
I'm not above it. Yeah.
I want to read what
How you get my click.
I want the tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's all good.
But real quick, shout out 916-909-1320, Mojo's local tap and kitchen studio text line. Come try to win aftershock tickets around 8 o'clock. Make sure you're tapped in for that. I'll have a keyword for you. 916-909-1320, the phone line. Mitch, what do you got for us today?
Top of the mornings, Jesse.
Top of the morning.
What's up, Mitch? It's almost lunchtime over there, man. You almost about to have lunch, huh?
Yeah, I think a good slice would be nice. That would fit.
Slice, yeah.
That would fill me up. You got once a week, you got to watch the cheese, the cholesterol.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think What about the USC wide receivers going to both San Francisco? I think Raiders can get Mekhi Lemon at 14, first round. Jacoby Lane, second round pick, 49ers. I think I would love to see the 49ers get that defensive tackle. I think Woods from Clemson. And one more thing, either team needs more help with the defensive line. Joey Bosa, especially the 49ers. I think he's a free agent. Would you go for that?
I think he is a free agent, and depending on the price, for sure. Like, that's fine. I wouldn't break the bank for him.
Been Mitch's guy the last 3 years.
Yeah, Joey. I mean, he get the Bosa brothers together, and they get to.
I think he predicted him to face off in the Super Bowl at one point.
He did. Yeah. I mean, sure. Like that'd be a good signing. Once again, it all depends on the price. Like, I'm not breaking the bank for Joey Bosa, but that'd be a nice, cost efficient deal if you can make it happen. I'd be with that. Yeah. I'd be with that for sure.
Yeah. No. Shout out Mitch for the call.
No, that was just a good solid call. He's about to get a slice.
Clemson player, which is nice. I mean, usually it's just the USC and former Pac-12 guys.
I like both of those receivers.
Guys, but,
I like both of those receivers too. So that'd be a good look if the Raiders or the Niners could come away with one of those guys. So I'm with that. Hey, guess what happened to me yesterday? Real quick. Guess what happened to me? So I got kind of tricked at the dentist office yesterday.
As one does.
Yeah, man. So I've got this situation going on in my neck, right? Like where, it's sore. It's real sore in my neck. Like I can feel it. It's almost like a nerve. So I thought maybe it was a wisdom tooth situation, maybe a cavity situation. And, it was like going all the way down into my neck. So I was like, man, I got to go to the dentist. Like, this is bad. I got to go anyway, but like, I really need to go to get this pain taken care of. I thought they'd clean up whatever they need to, give me a prescription for some good ibuprofen, and I can knock it out or whatever. It'd be all good. So I get in there and I tell us like, yeah, man, I got this situation when I turn left, right, up, down, like I feel it in my neck, and it's kind of painful. It kind of hurts. So she's like, all right, let's take a look at it. She's like, yeah, you need a little cleaning, a little cavity over here on this filling that you had that probably need a new filling on or whatever. Be all good. So I was like, okay, well, all right. Like, she said, let me take a look, make sure it's not too deep where you need a root canal and be all good. I'm like, okay. So she's like, I had some people cancel. Do you just want to go at this right now? And she had this one little, like, where they put the numbing stuff on the toothpick or something like that, on the Q-tip. Then she had that on my mouth. And I was like, sure, you could check it out. I thought that was what the numbing was. She's like, sure, you can go at it. She's like, all right, great. Goes over here, gets the big syringe, the big metal syringe. Was like, yeah, we got to numb you up. I said, whoa, hey.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know we was going there.
That's not what I thought. I thought you were going to give me like a little tooth cleaning or something.
I didn't know we was going there.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was in the chair already. I wasn't going to be no punk about it. So I was like, all right, man, like, just do what you got to do.
Well, you're going to tell the dentist not to do her job?
Yeah, man. I was like, do what you got to do, man. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they shot me up and everything. They went to work. And luckily, I don't need a root canal. They got that taken care of. And got some teeth. I got the teeth cleaning, and then I got to go back for a deep cleaning. And then I got to eventually get some molars out. But here's the killer of it all. Here's the whole thing. Didn't fix a damn thing, like my mouth, but the neck thing is still an issue. It's nothing. Didn't clear up anything. Can't turn left or right. It gets swollen. I got to take some full strength Tylenol every 4 hours. Didn't change a damn thing. I start to do some more digging into what was going on and figuring out. It's tender to the touch. Come to find out, I think I have swollen lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes?
Lymph nodes. Yeah. What nodes?
Nodes. Lymph nodes.
Nodes.
Yeah.
Lymph nodes. I got that. Has nothing to do with my teeth. I went to the dentist's office. Look, I was going to go
You were fine
anyway.
This whole time.
Yeah, I didn't have to do all this. I got set up for stuff for the rest of the year with the dentist and everything, which is fine, which is good or whatever. But that wasn't even what was going on with me the whole time. And this thing, I don't even know. They say you just got to gut it out for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's just not okay.
I mean, at least it kind of worked out.
It did. It did. I got everything taken care of.
Not the way that you wanted it to.
I know.
It worked out.
Yeah, I don't like the dentist. But it's a necessary place.
Yes, it is.
It's a necessary
As
place.
is the doctor.
Yeah.
I'm stubborn with the doctor, but I gotta go. We gotta go get checked.
Gotta do it, man.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. So She got that big old metal syringe. She was like, all right. It was shaking my cheek or whatever. I said, oh,
Can you feel
this? Yeah, so
well,
but
shout
it
out
all
to you
worked
for getting
out.
through that. You
Yeah.
know what? Shout out to us for getting through tonight's Kings and Pacers game. We will be locked in
Hey,
all 4 quarters. You
I
have a
mean,
thought?
we are, but I mean, the Kings they're asking a lot of us right now. Do you know it's like some of the games that are on TV tonight?
Yeah, it's
Like,
been pretty lit.
You got Celtics Spurs
Yes, we do at
tonight.
5 o'clock, I believe.
That's fire. You got a Lakers Timberwolves at 8. That's fire. If you're a guy like myself, we've got the WCC championship game between Gonzaga and Santa Clara going down tonight.
Literally just like Kenny.
If you want to check that out, that's going to be fire. I think the Horizon League championship. I mean, this is Champ Week. What are we talking about? This is Champ Week. Traditionally, this is when I say, hey, NBA, you can take a back seat. All right. For the next 2 weeks, I got to tap into NCAA basketball. It's March Madness. It's March Madness, baby.
Your first appearance on the club. Wow.
It's Champ Week. We got the Horizon League final. We got the WCC. It's Champ Week. ACC starts today at 11 o'clock. First round. Get ready. Some diaper dandies. It's that time of year.
I don't know why Damian hates that so much.
I don't either. I have no idea either. It's that time of year. Did you guys hear everything that I said is going on?
Yes, it's a lot.
And at 7 o'clock,
7 o'clock,
we got to watch the Kings and the Pacers.
I got something for this. Hold on. 7 o'clock today. 7 o'clock. It is the Sacramento Kings and the Indiana Pacers.
Come on, man.
Someone's got to lose.
Come on. Look, I could be even in the loft. I could be doing 2 screens. I could have the WCC game on, WCC championship game. I could have the end of the Celtics Spurs on the other TV. Yes. I could have the beginning of Timberwolves Lakers on the other TV. But somehow, some way, I got to be stuck with this. And don't even get me started. We got a WBC Classic going on tonight.
Which we will get to a little bit
because I think, and we'll talk about it later, isn't Dominican versus Venezuela tonight? I believe it is. And that's must-see TV. We got all of that going on. And I got to watch Kings and Pacers? Oh, man.
Dominican, Venezuela tomorrow, by the way.
Tomorrow, okay. So they got
I thought you can do Italy versus USA, Canada versus Puerto Rico. Point being, yes, there's other things to watch, but we're going to tough it out. Kenny's going to be there. I'm going to be there.
I'll be there.
Joe will be there.
I will.
The Chatty House will be there, and we'll all be rooting for a Kings loss.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's so odd too. It's like not only that, are we going? We're watching it. We're not even like holding out for a win. Dude.
Well, look,
like,
I'm gonna tell you right
now. You win, fine, whatever. Look, I'm not gonna knock you for winning.
I'm gonna tell you right
Maybe
now.
A little
don't hold your breath for a loss. Don't hold your breath for a loss. They ain't losing. They're not losing to the Pacers.
The Pacers in the last week and a half.
The Pacers are locked into this thing right now. They are locked in. They've lost 9 in a row. Damian said it yesterday. I was listening a little bit. He's right. Rick Carlisle hasn't called a timeout in months.
Just vibing.
It just doesn't give a damn about anything in the middle of these games. The Pacers are locked in right now. Locked in. Ain't no way they beating the Kings tonight. The beam will be lit in downtown Sacramento.
And look. You play to win the game. All right. All that stuff. But I don't know. It feels wrong for me to be like, what are we like? Why aren't you kind of locked in the way the Pacers and Wizards are at this point of those other teams? And I get it. You play hard, 48 minutes. Doug wants to win, all those things. But bigger picture, it's like, maybe you should be locked into this tank a little bit more. Because they're just playing ball right now. They're just playing ball. Maybe they'll win, maybe they'll lose, but it's not going to be because of a tank. But it's just, what is it all for if you end up picking 7th or 6th? And maybe I'm just asking the question and it won't happen that way, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe I ask, maybe should they be a little bit more locked into the tank?
I mean, I don't really know what more you want them to do.
Yeah, like, that's kind of the thing we've been stuck on.
Like, I guess the answer would be play Devin Carter 37 minutes. More Eubanks, I guess, instead of Maxime Reynaud.
You see the Pacers do it, and they've lost 9 in a row, like you said. I think the Wizards have lost 8 in a row, and these other teams have just not been great. And it's just kind of like,
The Pacers are still playing Siakam.
Yeah.
Siakam the other night played 32 minutes at 22 points. They're playing Nembhard and Nesmith. These guys are finals performers. Like the off the top, just looking at the box score right now, the Pacers are playing Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, TJ McConnell, and Obi Toppin. These are all guys that went to the finals for them. The one guy they don't have is Mathurin because they traded him. And
ended up for the Clippers yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, bad loss again for the Knicks.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, it was. We'll talk about that
right,
later
man.
on the show.
But you got Benedict Mathurin, who's gone. Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton is gone. Miles Turner is gone. And who's another guy that was playing for them that isn't there? There's got to be one other, but that's about it. I mean, they're playing a lot of these guys that and then they traded for Zubac, but Zubac's not playing. But a lot of they just aren't good. Like I said, Rick Carlisle, I think it comes down to coaching. You watch the Pacers games, Rick Carlisle does not care.
Yeah.
And when I saw him against the Knicks a couple weeks ago, Knicks tied up 2 different times. He don't even call a timeout. He's like trying to get a 5-second violation.
And you're just not going to get that here.
No. Doug's trying.
Yeah, you're just not going to get
Doug's trying. And I think that has a lot to do with what's going on here. And the Kings are, like I said, they've got, 5 guys out for the season due to surgery. Well, Sabonis is out for the season.
Sabonis is out for the season. LaVine was out for the season. Keegan might be.
DeAndre Hunter's out.
Keegan's supposed to be reevaluated, so we'll see.
They traded Keon. They traded Dennis Schroeder.
Dylan is going to be reevaluated at some point.
Yeah, Dylan's out. He's been out for 4 weeks or something like that. So I don't know what more the Kings could do in this situation outside of Doug not caring.
Yeah, I hear
like
you.
that would be it. Doug just like not even coaching, not even doing any type of substitution patterns or nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I got you. And while we're on the thought of tanking and all that stuff, the Nets. I mean, they were supposed to be tanking, air quotes, beat the Grizzlies yesterday. They moved to 17-47. The Jazz beat the Warriors. They moved to 20-45. They were Draymond Green. We got some thoughts about you, pal.
Oh, this guy. Come on, man.
But yeah, I mean, the Warriors are kind of free falling at this point, it feels like, too.
Yeah, they just had a good win the other day against the Rockets, and that got wiped away with this loss to the Jazz. You know, when you talk about the Kings, you talk about the tanking and everything. And maybe I'm just protecting myself from the possibility of them drafting 7th or 8th. I understand what everybody's saying about making sure you're up there. But this isn't the great sports radio take or anything, but man, you just got to get it right. I really don't care where you pick. I don't care as long as you get it right. That is it. And I know we've got a job to do. We've got to talk about how devastating it would be if you pick 7th. But man, if you pick 7th and you get Steph Curry, we ain't never gonna remember this. We're never gonna remember this final month. If you pick an all-star,
never, just all golden for the next 20 years.
If you get the 2nd pick and you get Marvin Bagley, yeah, we'll never forget that either.
Yeah.
Like you just have to get it right. And the thing that you don't have control over necessarily is where the ping pong balls go. So if you're 4th, if you're 6th, you don't have control over that, but you do have control over the selection that you make. And
you're not wrong. I mean, it's kind of what it comes down to. It's all simple, but that's just honestly just what it is at this point.
Got to get it right. I think at the end of the day, there'll be a bottom 4 team. I think it's a 3-team race for the worst record between the Kings, the Nets, and the Wizards.
Yeah.
No, I'll say 4. The Nets got to be in there because the Nets, I know what they've done in the last couple games, but they can turn it on at
hardest
any
team
time.
in basketball the last 7 days.
Yeah, no, but they can turn it on at any time. And when I say turn it on, I mean start losing at a record pace. Like they can turn it on at any time. They can flip the switch down that's people talk about flipping the switch.
Yeah,
they can flip it down.
Yeah, no, they
at
can go the
any
other way.
time. They've got that ability. So yeah, it's probably a 4-team, probably a 4-teamer, and you still have, even if you're the fourth worst record, you still have a 50% chance of being a top 4 team. So the odds are in your favor that you would. I know we got to talk about the worst case scenario, but the odds are slightly in your favor if you're a top 2. I think it's 52% for the top 4 are in your favor to be a top 4 team, man. And I think that's where they'll land. Like if you ask me today to guess, I think they'll have the number 3 pick. That's what just kind of sticks out to me.
Yeah, I hear you. 916-909-1320. We're gonna get to the phones real quick. Shout out TC. Also, you have a chance to win Aftershock tickets if you right around 8:00. If you hit the Mojo's local Tap and Kitchen text line 916-909-1320. We did get a message. Shout out to the 916 talking about what we had going on tonight earlier. Folsom versus Kings Academy says they say at Folsom for state semifinals today at 7.
Yeah, man.
You locked into the high school basketball?
For sure. That's the other thing. Oh my gosh,
it's everything.
That's the other thing. High school basketball popping off. Like you said, Folsom is playing. I'm watching the Open Division semifinals. I think it's Reardon versus St. Augustus or St. Ignatius, I think it is.
I'll take your word for it.
And it's Sierra Canyon versus Harvard Westlake. Like that's gonna be a crazy game to watch. Like, yeah, there's like 9 things to watch, and not one of them is Kings Pacers. But guess what? I'm gonna be watching
Kings Pacers. That's what we do. TC, what do you got for us today?
TC, what's up, baby?
Hey, what's up with my 2 brothers, man?
What's good, man? How you doing?
D-Lo, I know you listening. Hey, so listen, man. You know me, Kitty, bro. Y'all my dogs. I love y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen. So check it out. So Niners, we're going to start off Niners first. Bro, Casey, them is 2 solid moves. I don't want to hear about bro's 32, 33. This is Mike Evans. This is a bona fide number 1 receiver, what we were talking about getting. That dude, is he Julio Jones? No, but can he play Julio Jones' role? Yes. The left tackle is solid from the Patriots. Is he going to take over for Trent Williams? Maybe. But if Trent Williams want to keep holding us up for money, bro, get out of here, man.
Oh.
You keep missing games. You keep doing all this. You keep trying to buffalo people for money, and you living off your reputation, right? You ain't been Trent Williams, bro, like the last 2 or 3 seasons. If you really want to be honest, you've been dealing with that shaky ankle injury that you heard it before the Super Bowl, bro, like a couple years ago. Like, we can go deep in the weeds, but we got us a number 1 receiver. If we want to win this Super Bowl this year, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, go get that number 1 and number 2 up for A.J. Brown. Now we dancing. We got A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, and Slick Ricky Pearsall. Now we can talk about something. Now we might be kicking with grease. Now we can pull up a seat to the chair with the rest of our colleagues, right? Like the Rams and people that's going hard. We make a move like that. Go get A.J. Brown, bro. Let's go win a Super Bowl. Kings, the young generation, let them keep doing what they doing. Doug is a coach. I get what D-Lo was saying yesterday. At the end of this season, Scott Perry, we got to decide, is Doug the guy moving forward? No, we're not waiting until next year. We got to find that out this year at the end of this season. Doug, you're our guy. Here go your extension, 4 or 5 years. Or, Doug, you're not our guy. We're going to move on from you, and we're going to bring our guy in this summer. Simple as that, bro. That's what I got. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day, bro.
Hey, shout out TC, man. Big ups to him, man. Big ups. I'm surprised he was happy.
Yeah.
That was the most optimistic call I've ever heard from him.
Yeah, no.
When it comes to the Niners. That was impressive. You know, another thing that I thought about with Mike Evans, I was trying to see some different comps for players his age in the league last year. There aren't a lot who put up really, really high numbers. But one that did, and you say, hey, can Mike Evans be this type of player? Can he be as good as this guy? Stephon Diggs had a good year last year. I think Stephon Diggs had a 1,000-yard season with the Patriots. He's 32 as well, I think, and he was looking a little washed before he got to the Patriots. Got in a good situation.
Coming off an ACL tear.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, you look at guys like that. You look at Devontae Adams, and I know Devontae had Puka next to him as well. That's a little different than Demarcus Robinson. No disrespect, but the production is still there. So, yeah, I mean, I think I keep looking back at Juwan Jennings, and I say Juwan Jennings had a solid season for what he is and who he is. And I think I took it down, but I think 650 yards last year. Can Mike Evans be better than that? I say absolutely. If he's healthy. If he's healthy, bro,
I think
it's over. Like, that's the only thing we're talking about is if he can stay healthy. If he is healthy for 13 to 15 games, he's putting up another 1,000 yards. Like, book it. He's cooking. The only thing that you're worried about is health. If you're telling me he's going to stay healthy, which he's done the majority of his career, then yeah, he's going to cook. He's going to cook.
No, I don't disagree with you. We got plenty of NBA coming up. We still got Draymond Green to talk about. We got World Baseball Classic that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
We got some
man.
thoughts on.
Yeah.
So we also got your chance to win Aftershock tickets coming up
go.
after this break. So make sure you're not going anywhere. You're going to hit the Mojo's local Tapping Kitchen studio text line 916-909-1320. So make sure you're sticking around for your chance to win. You're listening to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia. Casey and from Kyle. This is ESPN 1320 Sacramento Sports Leader.
TC said Malik was a solid pick too. You know what I mean?
People are pretty high on that pickup. So.
I like it. I like it. I absolutely like it. I think that's a solid pick. Like you said, I want to say a no lose because that, it's like sitcoms where it's like, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say that, but like if he's no good, then you just draft another one, your future quarterback this upcoming year. And if he's good, you got one.
Yeah, so Karen, I think we worked that not reworked, but they worked that deal too, where they can cut him after this season if he's bad, and they won't really hurt him too much.
I think that's kind of what happened. I don't know about cutting him, but I think the Mike Evans contract is like super front loaded.
Yeah,
like it almost, somebody said, I got to look at this a little bit more, but it almost amounts to like a 1-year deal potentially, and they got some outs after that first year.
I got you, B. I got you. Yeah. Good morning, West Side Kings fan. Shout out.
We got any Aftershock fans in here? Anyone excited about any of the bands in the lineup or anything?
Wu-Tang.
There we go.
3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, dude, that whole day is going to be sick. I am stoked for that day.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there as always. Looks like we got camping this year and stuff.
You say hi to Joe.
Yeah, MCR will be dope.
Man, it's crazy. I just haven't been able to get right for like a month, man. And they all lead to one another. The sinus infection leads to the ear infection, which leads
That's
to
true.
the,
Yeah, you've been beating up for a while.
bad.
Could it be like, I talked to like allergies maybe though?
I mean, I got
it gets
allergies
really
too.
bad.
They were really bad over the weekend, like on Sunday.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, everything that I've checked out, it matches up with this.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
no, definitely.
That's-
When you got them swollen like that means you don't feel great, like in general.
And what I learned about this whole thing is like when you are sick, when you do have an infection or a cold or something like that, lymph nodes are like to help. Like it helps
Yeah,
fight off
yeah,
everything.
exactly.
And what happens is sometimes they overhelp and they get clogged up and swollen and all this other stuff. They got them all. You got them under your arm. You got them in your groin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
That was it.
You got them there. They're all over your body. And the ones in your neck got me right now. It's the worst. It needs to go away ASAP.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
What you know about that? What you know about that, Jesse?
I'm the one who threw this in there.
Oh, what you know about that? Well, you too young. You don't know about all
You can probably guess which ones I threw in there, which ones Kyle threw in there.
Don't
do that. Don't do that. I'm grown. You do this all the time. I'm grown. All right, I'm grown. But that'll be legit. But yeah, shout out KC in here the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's in here the rest of this week, rest of next week while Kyle's out having a good time in Japan. Shout out D'Lo 2 to 6 doing the solo show. He's got Trista Crick and Jason Jones on with him today.
That's right, man.
And shout out to you guys for listening, because you're gonna get your opportunity to win Aftershock tickets right now. Hit up the Mojo's local Tap and Kitchen studio text line 916-909-1320 for your chance to win 2 4-day passes to Aftershock. Text the keyword clown to 916-909-1320. Again, at the Mojo's Mojo's local tapping local tapping kitchen studio text line. There's a lot. Yeah, hit that up. Text the word clown, 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 as in Insane Clown Posse will be at Aftershock on Friday. You can catch Wu-Tang Clan there, Public Enemy, Cypress Hill as well. Thursday they'll have My Chemical Romance headlining, Limp Bizkit there Friday. Mention the other hip hop groups, and then Pierce the Veil headlining Saturday and Tool headlining Sunday. So again, text clown to 916-909-1320.
I might go to the hip hop night though. See Wu-Tang or whatever. But look, hey Joe, I'm gonna just be real, man. Look, I mean, I need some VIP access. I can't be.
You work here. I feel like you can make that happen, Joe.
I hope so.
In too, Joe. You're
I
a
hope
guy.
so. Like, I need to be like in the tent somewhere,
You
like
know
on the side, like.
Okay.
It's a lot out there right now. I can't just be in the grass.
Yeah.
I
got you. I'll pass that along.
Joe is our middleman here. He's with us. Yeah. Joe one time told me, he's like, "Hey, I know where they keep the snacks." I was like, "Joe, you're my guy, Joe." Yeah. Yeah. So go try to get your opportunity to win some tickets there. World Baseball Classic yesterday, Mexico versus USA. USA won 5-3.
All rise.
Let's go.
Who got it started? Who got it started out here, man?
See,
come on, man.
And that's perfect, KC, because that's the issue with Aaron Judge. He's always starting. He's never finishing in October or anything like that. He always starts it out.
It's all on him.
Yeah, his numbers aren't great in the postseason.
Well, that's true.
His numbers aren't great. No, shout out Aaron Judge.
You see how he played right field, though? Oh, boy, tried to go first to third.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, shout out. I saw that 3-run home run that Roman Anthony hit, that tank right there. Oh, yeah. I'm very excited to see what he does this season.
Dude, he's got a good swing.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He's got a really good swing.
No, he's got good vision, too. But
yeah,
that game was not perfect or anything like that. I mean, it's not a classic.
I would have hoped it would have been a little closer.
Yeah, it was 5-0 for most of it, and then Jarren Duran hit a couple of home runs. I mean, it was the Red Sox damn near showing up in that game.
Yeah,
Roman
true,
Anthony with 3-0 home run, Jarren Duran, and Garrett Whitlock closed it out for Team USA. But there was some heat. I think
Whitlock
there was some heat. He was. They couldn't hit his changeup at all. Whoop, whoop.
That boy was nasty in the night. But Paul Skeens started it off.
He's must watch.
Skeens. I ask you this all the time. Like we go through this a lot. Would you trade him if you were the Pirates?
No.
Absolutely not.
Bro, they're not doing anything with it.
But if I'm the owner and the GM of the Pirates, I'm gonna do something though, because I have Paul Skeens. Like, if you're the Pirates, like, sure, they're not gonna do anything with him now. Like, just kind of in the mindset of what they are now, trade him, get whatever you can get. Because yes, you can get the world for him.
Yeah.
But he's the best pitcher in baseball.
He's
like the
nasty,
moment he
bro.
touched the mound as a rookie, he was the best pitcher in baseball.
He is nasty. And I only say that not because like you should trade the best player in baseball, but the Pirates aren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
They got, I think, don't they have like the #1 prospect in baseball who's like been going crazy?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, and they probably not doing nothing then either. So like, I'll ask you this: will Boston give up Duran or Anthony? Like one? I'm not asking for both.
Yeah, you give up Duran easy. Yeah, you give up Duran and everyone but Roman Anthony for Paul Skeens.
I think that's the case with. I think you could get every team's second to fifth best prospect.
Yeah.
In a Paul Skeens.
Yeah, I can't give you Roman Anthony. I do my win MVP, but you can have anyone on the Red Sox for Paul Skeens. But
if I'm Pirates, I need to go do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not going to do anything with him, there was some heat coming out of that game. A little bit.
What's up with that?
Mexico manager Benji Gill after the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
If we see them in the championship, I think we can beat them, blah, blah, blah. So,
I like that.
I mean, yeah.
I like that.
USA, you could tell they wanted this game too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what you said, they hadn't beat them since 2016?
2006.
2006.
Yeah,
0-3.
2006 is the first World Baseball Classic tournament. What did you see yesterday?
Well, our boy Still trying to figure out how this works, but Rosarena, Team
Oh yeah, him
Mexico.
and Cal Raleigh.
yeah, teammates, and
dude.
wouldn't even dap each other up.
Yeah, Cal, what are you doing? Actually, you know what? I don't hate Cal Raleigh for that. You're not on my team right now, and we're between those lines.
I
And
mean,
I'm trying to win this baseball game, and like I get it. I get Randy wants to say hi, but also like I didn't go to my local high school. I went to the high school down the street. So when we had our games and we played them, yeah, it was friends and it's high school sports. So it's not that serious, but it's like, no, we're playing a game right now. Yeah, well, yeah, it was like, but like it's not the World Baseball Classic. It was like, we're trying to play a game.
Close.
I'm trying to beat you and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like, I know you, but like, I'm not trying to rock with you and stuff like that right now. So it's like, I think I'm with Cal Raleigh.
So here's what I don't understand about sports. This could be a sports take in general. I can dap you up and still want to destroy you. Like those things are not mutually, they're not the same thing. Like before the game, Magic and Isaiah, little dap, kiss, all this other stuff, before the fist bump or whatever. All right, yeah, you my dog. What's up, big dog? Like it's love. I'm still about to light your ass up.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to try to destroy you. So me not dapping you up isn't going to make me want to beat you more.
It's just different mentalities and mindsets, I think, because every guy, I think, just kind of gets locked in certain ways and they're just kind of in the zone. Like Kevin Garnett, I'm sure, was not like, he's probably going to try and kill you if you try to talk to him.
Yeah, KG was wild.
So it's
KG
different.
was
I'm
wild.
not going to knock Cal Raleigh for it. Team USA has been catching a lot of heat because they're boring and stuff.
Did you see they did that last time? I think it was Will Smith did the same thing to Rosarena.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't like you, Randy. Yeah, maybe it's your fault. Like shout out Team Mexico, but yeah, Randy, maybe it's your fault. I don't know.
I think it's the greatest. I'm trying to think. I don't want. Forgive me if I'm just speaking in hyperbole, but I think it's the greatest rivalry in sports. USA versus Mexico.
It's one of them.
It doesn't matter the sport. Soccer, baseball, basketball, whatever. Like they get after it.
Yeah.
It means something. And last night was no different. It was full. It's not Minute Maid Park no more. I don't even know what it's called, but it was packed to the brim. Probably more Mexico fans in there than USA fans. But it's sign me up anytime those two play in any sport. It's always good stuff.
They could see each other in the championship. Things go the way that they could, but we'll see. And real quick, before we leave the World Baseball Classic, Tariq Screwball, go take a lap, pal.
How disappointing.
Yeah.
Dog, we
Thank
talked
you,
about
How
this.
disappointing, bro.
Well, you guys didn't hear it on the air. We talked about it before. It's just another example. Just another example of how these professional athletes just don't watch their sport.
They don't watch, don't care, don't even try to look past to the history and kind of observe what was before them. Yeah, it's just I'm gonna play baseball, basketball, football, and just whatever.
That's it. They just
Which
play.
sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, look, they've gotten to the point that they've gotten to without having to watch it. So I guess it doesn't matter. But like that, they just play the game. Like school to break it down for people who don't understand. Like
Yeah, then basically Tariq Screwball said he totally misread how he would feel pitching in the WBC. He said he just a quote. I'll just give you a quote. He said, "I just assumed it would be an all-star game type of vibe, and it's absolutely not. It couldn't be farther from that." What are you doing? What are you doing?
Have you not watched one game of the WBC in your life?
Yeah.
How has someone told him to not like make comments like that, especially with where he's standing right
Paul
now,
Skeens,
with how little he's playing for us, bro? What?
You guys have been in camp or however it is for about a week, 2 weeks. Paul Skeens has probably not spoken to anyone because he's been locked into USA, Mexico. Like the lineups the starting rotations were announced. Paul Skeens has not spoken to anyone. The dude is a madman. So he's like, oh, yeah, it's kind of like the All-Star game, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. And I'm so tired of people not caring about stuff like professionally, the guys that are playing. And you're a grown-up. You do what you want, I guess. But I have a problem with it because, like, no, you should care. I don't know why it's gotten to this point where it's like, yeah, I don't need to do the dunk contest. I don't need to do that. Like, you're playing professional sports. You're not a doctor. You're not laying concrete. None of that stuff. You're not doing anything. I don't say not difficult. You're doing something difficult. But again, you're playing something you've done since you were a child. Like, just care a little bit.
Well, compete.
Yeah.
How about wanting to compete?
Yes.
Loving to compete. And I'm not disrespecting Screwball or any of these guys.
He just got to take a lap. He's got to take a lap.
They are competitors.
Yeah.
They are. But I don't know when it got okay to just be cool and not compete. And then the thing with this, like, I'm sorry, I got to take the glasses off for a second. Has he never watched the WBC? Has he never seen what happens in Miami with the Latin countries that are playing? It's been this way since the start of the WBC. What do you mean it's an all-star game?
I'd say that he hasn't, the way he talked about it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's never had an all-star game feel. It's always been, they getting after it. Always. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I don't like it either.
Don't get it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, real quick, we make our jokes.
Yes, we do.
About one Willie Green, and we just talk about competing. Do you have any thoughts about Wemby?
So, yes, you weren't here when D'Lo brought this up yesterday, so I didn't. Yeah, no.
Look, I'm not going to rake him over the coals for this because I'd rather
have to be fair, Kenny.
I'd rather have
we
somebody
have to be
care.
Fair.
Well, hear me out. I'd rather have somebody care than not.
My take right now.
But bro, I'm not crying over the regular.
Brother, yeah, what are we doing?
Bro.
What are we doing?
I'm not crying over the I'm hyped. Like, oh man, this is a great comeback. Like, I'm hyped. Let's go. I'm not crying over the regular season Friday night game against the Clippers, bro.
And I'm trying to
trying
to be nice because I'm trying to be nice. It's like, I don't want to light Wemby up for crying during a regular season game because we just got done.
What was Dame
guys
saying?
That care more.
What was Dame saying? He was in favor of it.
He was just he was fine about it. He didn't have an issue or anything like that. Just he more so was just took shots at Pat Bev. That's kind of what that turned into. Yeah.
Didn't Pat Bev was like, yeah. Then he jumped in there like, yeah.
They're moving the goalposts because the play in and what he did. And Pat Bev, honestly, brother, just kind of go away real quick.
And Pat Bev is
just real quick, just for a little bit, just go away real quick.
Even if he's a little right.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know if he is.
Did,
yeah.
Did,
it's like Dave says,
look,
just Pat Bev is kind of
to be real, because I know people don't like Pat Bev. He's not my favorite guy or nothing like that. But they be lighting his ass up for crying in that playing. They be lighting him up. And now it's like, oh, we love to see competitors when Wemby does it. He's got a point. What's that little meme? It's in it the worst thing in the world.
The worst guy you just agreed with or something like that. Yeah.
Just made the right point.
Just made the right point.
That's kind of the case here.
Yeah. And this is kind of what it's been. I'm not saying that Stephen Brown in the chatty house, shout out. Pat too trash to be right. That's kind of been the sentiment. It says Pat too trash. Like people just tell Pat, shut up, man. That's what they're saying. But you know what? You're kind of right. Yeah, you can't.
Well, we're doing crying.
Yeah, you can't.
Friday night against the Clippers,
like pick yourself up, Wemby. Yeah, if we're gonna light up Willie Green for years on D'Lo and Casey, you can't be crying.
Like, just be hype, bro.
Yeah.
Why are we crying? Just be hype. Like you can get on the scores table. Like, all right, that's kind of crazy, but it's okay. I seen D Wade get on the scores table. I seen Kobe get on the scores table for a regular season. Like, all right. I don't know why we're crying.
Wemby, we have a game tomorrow. Yeah, no,
I don't know why we're crying.
That's a foul. That's a foul. And that, as we talk about a foul on Wemby, it's a foul on Draymond Green. Having his podcast and just talking the way that he does. I couldn't even pull up the clip. And what we're talking about, Draymond Green was on his podcast. He was talking to someone.
He was on Fred VanVleet's podcast.
It was on Fred VanVleet's podcast.
Yeah.
They just don't censor anything. I can't use the clip. But point being, Draymond Green was on that podcast and was talking nice about Warriors fans. But then got to the Warriors fans that want him traded. And basically hit him with who do you think you were before I got here? Said they were effing losers. And I'm not even joking, by the way. I'll say, like, paraphrase what he said. He said they were losers. Okay, he said they were losers for before he got there. And they shouldn't want him traded and things like that. And it's kind of like, I thought it was fake. I thought it was an AI video. And then I look, and then it was NBA Central. And it's like, okay, no, like this had to have been clipped, or it's just weird. And like, no, you see the context, like, yeah, he said they were losers before he got there.
Draymond.
And I've never seen a player do that before, I think.
Well, okay.
Maybe you can jog my memory, but
I don't think I've ever seen a player do that before. And this is going to come off disrespectful. I'm not trying to be, because the guy is going to the Hall of Fame. He is one of the great defenders we've ever seen in this game. But I've never seen a player of his caliber say something that way.
Yeah.
Let's just this is what I don't understand. Like this what has always got.
Spare me from
about
the guys that want me traded were losers before, but the other Warrior fans were great. That's not how
Well, there's layers to this. There's layers to this. Look, this is what has always gotten me about Draymond Green. We've said it a number of different times on D-Lo and KC. It can't ever just be, hey, you were good in your role and you did your thing. You always got to take it up a notch, which forces us. Forces us.
We don't want to do this.
To take it up a notch, to take it to reality.
He's making us do this.
Bro, it's Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. What are you talking about before I got there? Like it's me.
Yeah.
Like I said, the connotation of the whole situation is like it's me. I came in here and did all this and you don't know what winning looks like. Bro, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. Like, do you understand that? Now we got to go in here. Now we got to be the bad guys because now we got to point that out. We can't just say, hey, Draymond was a part of, 3 championship teams or 4, whatever 4 finals teams, 5 finals teams, whatever it was. We can't just say he was a part of that. Now we got to start talking about reality.
We have to. It's our job.
Because you wanted to jump out the window. Shout out to Kaylani. And you wanted to talk about it as if you were the one. No,
he does that a lot, by the way.
Bro, if Steph wasn't there, if Klay wasn't there, if KD wasn't there for 2 years, bro, you'd be mopping the floor somewhere. I don't want to go as far and be disrespectful and say that you had nothing to do with it because that would be disingenuous. You obviously had something to do with it, but you weren't the driver. You were along for the ride.
In the back seat.
In the back seat. You weren't even shotgun.
Shotgun, Draymond get in the back.
You weren't even shotgun. You might have been in the middle. Stop, Draymond. Stop. And like I said, Fresh Prince, you think I want this? It just happened that I had to tell you the truth. I don't want to. I don't want to keep doing this. But you go on here and you talk like
disrespecting your own fans. Disrespecting your own fans.
Stop, man. Stop. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I thought it was fake at first. We live in the era of AI videos and things like that. So I'm like, oh, they're messing with Draymond. It's like, oh, nope, it's a Central clip. They don't really do that. Maybe it's out of context.
Yeah,
it's like,
shout out to my boys Dunk Central. Yeah. They don't play around.
And it's like, no, he said that. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't get getting to that point with your ego and things like that, where you're just now taking shots at fans and all that stuff.
You said it perfectly. The ego is out of control. Mm-hmm. The ego is out of control.
I don't know Draymond, and I'm not gonna say it reeks of insecurity and things like that, but I don't get why that's the take from you. And I got another take after you're done, by the way.
Oh, I'm done. What you got?
So shout out to new media and that whole thing he was trying to do. Like that was fraudulent. That's the biggest sham we've ever talked about. That doesn't exist. Well, maybe it does, but about 90% of it is a sham. And then shout out to the Jeff Teagues and the Paul George podcasts of the world. I think those are the good ones. Maybe there's some others I've missed out on, but just the whole, oh yeah, now the players are going to talk and we're going to give you the real perspective. None of that hot take stuff. And they all do just about the same. Draymond Green's got a podcast where he was talking about Josh Allen, things like that. It's like, you're no different than me, pal. You're no different than me.
Who are your, off the top of your head, who are your best player podcasts?
I like Jeff Teague, and like I said, I like Paul George because like those are the good. When I was thinking of this idea, it's just kind of like those are the ones where it's like it's just they're hanging out with their like friends and stuff like that. It feels like just hanging out with the homies, just talking sports. And there's not really, I mean, T got into a Zaire Franklin that one time, but it's not like, oh yeah, this guy sucks or he can't do it or he just when it comes down to it, he doesn't have it. Like I think like LaShawn McCoy jumps out like to my mind. Just the guys the guys on Fox, I feel like they have takes, but also it's no different. It's not new media. It's the same thing that they were trying to combat, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like Draymond does the same thing as well. It's just it's might have a good take every now and then, but he's no different than us firing off the hot take, I feel.
Well, I think a lot of the thing about it is sometimes when those guys are speaking on their sport, so to speak, they're speaking from experience.
Yeah.
And there is a level of being in that locker room and seeing things and how things go about it and understanding it a little differently. And they're giving you that POV.
Brandon Jennings will call Jason Tatum trash anytime he gets on Gilbert Arenas'
Brandon
podcast.
Jennings Brandon Jennings. I know people that are related to Brandon Jennings, so I ain't gonna go crazy, but he just says anything.
Yeah,
like he says anything. That podcast is good though too. Like Gil's Arena,
it's entertaining.
Is actually, and I think, I think they do speak like real talk sometimes. Like I'm not a Gilbert Arenas fan just because I'm not crazy about the way that he moves and the way that he talks about people and to people. But there are times when he's spot on.
Yeah.
Like he is right. And he's given a perspective of somebody who's been in those trenches, who's played, and says you could tell him just, swing or whatever, but that's not reality. This is why. So I think they're beneficial, but like to your point, sometimes these guys just be podding like everybody else. They just be podding. Draymond does a lot. Draymond just be podding.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hope that with what he was saying on that Van Fleet podcast, that he just podding. The crazy thing is he wasn't. You said it perfectly. His ego is out of control sometimes.
Yeah, I just couldn't imagine, even if you think it's fine, whatever. Think what you want. I couldn't imagine just calling a part of your fans losers. And spare me with just because they want me traded. Like Warrior fans, a Warrior fans that want you traded is still the same as a Warrior fan that doesn't want you traded. So they're the same before you got there as well. This is kind of lens, I think, what you think of the team and I guess the fan base as a whole. What you got there? I
keep going back to it. It's still his ego. His ego's hurt. Mm-hmm. His ego's bruised. And he's starting to see, if he doesn't already know, he's starting to see things. Then life comes at you fast.
Writing's on the wall.
They don't love you like that.
I never forgot that.
They don't love you like that, Dre. Yeah. They don't love you like that. You're not Steph Curry. There aren't people.
Farewell to her, huh?
Hey, there aren't people in Dub Nation crying for them to move on from Steph Curry because they don't love you like that, bro. They don't love you like that. There's a reason why some guys are like, yo, we need to move on from this dude because they don't love you like that. They love you, but they don't love you like that. And he sees that. And his little ego hurt. It's hurt. It's hurtful. He thought he was on that Steph Curry level. And he's not.
Know your role. Know your role and shut your mouth. Shout out to The Rock. Yeah, so I mean, Draymond's a wild guy for that one, but it's Draymond Green.
Yeah, Draymond said, he also said the ref was set tripping on him, and he was.
Yeah, he talks insane, like an insane person. He's a referee. He teed you up because of how you were acting. What do you mean? Ref got my face, and as a man, I can't. What are you talking about? We're playing basketball. We have uniforms on.
The ref got in my face, and as a black man in America, I'm not going to let that happen. I said, I'm going to be here all day. And quite frankly, I'm going to be here all day. No, if I want to throw you out the game, you won't be here all day.
Yeah, it's
what are you
simple.
talking about?
Just don't reach in next time. Can we play now? I don't know. He goes about things the way that he does. We got plenty of NBA. We're going to talk a little bit more Kings coming up to in this final segment. SGA might have solidified his MVP status yesterday this year. Maybe.
Not so fast, my friend. Shout out Lee Corso.
Shout out Lee Corso. Maybe not. So we got to talk about that. Kenny's Knicks played yesterday as well.
I don't know how they're my Knicks. Like, I support them, but I don't know if I get the title of Kenny's Knicks.
His Knicks. We have other things to talk about in the NBA. So Karen DeCarter in the chat house says, we don't have to talk Kings. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do, sir.
It's kind of our job.
I'm going to give you 10 good minutes on Devin Carter and Daquan Plowden.
Yes. Maybe not exactly that, but we're going to talk Kings. Point being, it's the jump. Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia. Shout out KC filling in. Shout out Joe behind the glass. You're listening on ESPN 1320, Sacramento Sports Leader.
Russ, dog, he makes us do it, man. I don't be paying no attention to Draymond Green, but then he just jumps out the window, man. I'm not trying to. Out the window. It's overdue.
I disagree with this take. Keeps it G. I would pay Mike Evans over Rashid Shaheed. Shaheed is a fine player, but he's not a number one. And I don't want to call him a gimmick player or anything like that because of just his speed, but he's not Mike Evans.
Here's the problem with that take. Keeps it G. Is Grant Cohn.
Not, or is he? Oh, maybe it is Grant. I was thinking somebody else. Yeah, go ahead.
Cohn. If the Niners signed Shaheed, he would say, "I would have rather signed Mike Evans." Like he's just always gonna be. He's a contrarian. Like it's just what he does. So when I see it comes from him, I'd completely dismiss it. Because I'm like, I know what time it is with you. I know your angle. I know you go about things.
And hey, if it works, it works.
He's not a number one either. He's
I'm not even sure he's a number two.
Nah, he's impactful for sure, but he's more of a gimmick player.
Exactly, he's a gadget guy. Yeah, a gimmick player.
Gadget sounds better because gimmicks has a negative connotation. I didn't mean it that way, but he's more of a gadget specialist type guy.
Yeah, like he's not going to give you 80 yards a game or anything like that.
He works if you have a Smith and Jigba.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you got that guy, then yeah, you could have that.
Well, my fantasy basketball season has come to an end. It's my first year not making it into the playoffs. I slept through the draft, woke up to Anthony Davis first round and Ja Morant second round.
Wow.
And I can't even believe that I even made it this far.
I can't even believe that you play.
Dude, it's fun, man. I'm about to
fantasy basketball.
Yeah, I'm about to start up baseball too.
I tried that once. Like this is a daily type of thing. It's like I can't do that.
We do like at least $100 buy-in, so it's a good, it's a good chunk if you win.
Do you change your lineup, daily or is it set for the week?
Yeah, I do. I change it daily. You can. I will say though that they added something this year that made it so you don't have to do that. So if you want to, there's a button you can press that'll set your lineup for you, and you're good. But if you want to win, you got to do the waiver wire acquisitions like daily. So you got to be crazy. You do have to be crazy to do it for sure. But if any of my fantasy buddies are listening, shout out y'all. Baseball is going to be different. It's going to be different.
Is baseball daily too?
Yeah, baseball's yes. Yeah, because you want to do pitching matchups. So if you have there'll be the third or fourth guys in the rotations, you'll pick those guys up. I lost in the finals last year in baseball because I can't remember which guy threw out there, but I lost by 2 fantasy points. He threw a -2 game. And if I would have just kept him on the bench, I would have won. It was crazy.
Damn. Poor Joe.
I got Joel Embiid too. Carter. The team's so bad. It's insane.
The show can't come out quick enough.
Dude, I was just looking at that. I'm so excited.
I'm still on year 24 of my road to the show. And
all right, man, it's time to get the new show, bro.
Just get the new one this year.
Time to get the new show.
No, I'm trying to finish the season out.
They got WBC this year too.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Oh,
not in Road to the Show though. That's the most disappointing part.
But so can I just play the WBC?
Yeah, you probably play the tournament.
I don't. You might have to do it online in Diamond Dynasty.
Well, I'm gonna get destroyed.
But you can. I think you could play it offline in the online mode. I'm not sure, but I'm about to be playing that. I've been playing Road to the Show on the highest difficulty, bro. I'm batting 250.
I got the thing with the PS5 when my controller with the analog stick, they call it drift stick or whatever, which is it's lags or whatever. So I got to buy a new remote.
Yeah, man, just get the whole new remote, get the new game.
Like $80.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
Final segment of this Tuesday. Shout out KC in here with me this week and next week. Shout out Joe in here producing as well. We've been talking Kings, talked Draymond Green and kind of his clown comments. Talked 49ers. Mike Evans is with the 49ers. I think it's a good
That's
move.
right.
Casey thinks it's a good move. There's been some.
It's not the last move.
It's not the last move.
Not the last move. There's still things that need to be done.
Been some skepticism, I guess, met with that move as well, a little bit more than I would have thought. But
I mean, I think it's fair. I think it's a fair question to ask if he can hold up. You know, the collarbone thing doesn't bother me, but the hamstring might. Like, I get it. He's 32, going to be 33 when the season starts. That's the danger zone for some wide receivers. But my thing is much like, and Devontae Adams is fast, so I don't want to make it that way. But I kind of think about how his game isn't necessarily predicated on lightning speed.
Yeah.
It's precision. And Mike Evans is precision mixed with his physicality, being able to get jump balls, being able to box guys out, and get catches that way. And I think that's something that will allow him to be able to play at a high level a couple years longer, maybe the most. So I think it's a great move. I think it's the type of move that people have been clamoring for from Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, and they went out and did it, man.
Yeah, they did that, and then you had the Raiders who went out and got busy yesterday during the negotiation period. Biggest signing was center Tyler Linderbaum from the Ravens. Signed him to a 3-year, $81 million deal. Now all eyes are just kind of on if they bring in a vet quarterback, and they're playing with Fernando Mendoza. But shout out to the Raiders signaling a clear direction finally.
I like the Lindenbaum deal because on an offensive line that struggled as much as it did last year, that's the quarterback of the offensive line. That's the guy that makes the calls, makes all the reads.
Yeah, make it easier for Fernando.
Yeah, and he's top flight. Linderbaum is top flight. So you go out and you get him to not only help your young quarterback like you talked about, but also help your young offensive line. You know, they got two guys that they drafted last year in the second and third round, I believe.
Yeah.
That he can help show those guys the ropes and help bring them along and see if they can get better based off of that alone. Like you don't have to go out and search for a bunch of new offensive linemen. Maybe these young guys just needed some on-field guidance and better coaching. And you can salvage what you got right there. So I like both of those moves as well, or that move as well. And getting what's the wide receiver, man? Naylor.
Oh yeah, Jalen Naylor.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, me too. We got Kings Pacers later on. We'll talk about before we round out this show. But we also do got some NBA stuff to go over. I think we're starting to learn who the real contenders are, like the true title contenders are.
I hear what you're saying, and I think I know where you're going, and it sounds disrespectful.
What do you mean?
It really does.
No.
It sounds disrespectful.
Don't do that, because I haven't even gotten to your team yet.
It's not my team. Don't say that. The Kings,
I'm gonna start.
The Kings are my team.
I'm good. You have two teams.
No, I just have the Kings.
You felt emotion with the Knicks.
I want them to win.
See, no.
We'll
get to the Knicks. I'm not even out on them yet. I'm probably gonna be right though. But you had the Thunder beat the Nuggets yesterday. Wild ending. Nuggets complete a 4-point play, I think, after Jokic hit a 3 and not SGA. Jamal Murray got fouled.
Yeah.
Then SGA comes back to hit this insane 3 for the win. And I think that game probably solidified SGA as this year's MVP.
I mean, I'm sorry. What's the date? What's the date?
Is
it April 16th?
March 10th. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now.
There's nothing Cade Cunningham can do. There's nothing Jaylen Brown can do.
No. Jason Tatum's already back, which we can talk about later. No.
What if SGA goes in a slump for the next month?
It's not going to happen. The only way SGA doesn't win MVP, I think, is if he falls below that 65-game threshold. And I think he's got like 11 more he can miss. It is over. I am guaranteeing that SGA is going to win MVP. I think he solidified it yesterday.
I mean, that was a crazy shot, crazy ending. That was a moment for sure. And if he won, yeah, he's absolutely worthy of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely worthy. He is MVP caliber. I'm just not calling it right now. I'm not calling it. I'm not calling off Cade Cunningham because he's a guy that was
lost to the Heat.
The lead. He was in the lead. He's not anymore. SGA is in the lead for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's over.
That's fine. You're going the fair route, being rational, and I'm gonna be the irrational sports radio host. It's over now. I want to write it on the board, but it's like it's not even a thing. It's not a thing.
That's
You're not even letting me finish my thought. I know.
Cheating.
No, I'm saying I know it's the winning.
What
count.
I was proposing to do yesterday. Now that was a take.
Great call.
That was a take.
Pat on my back.
No, I got sabotaged.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You wouldn't even taking the over on their season win total. You weren't even taking the over.
I was taking the over on the
said
ESPN 13-20 win total because everybody thought they was winning 7 games.
No, because now that they signed Mike Evans, I think they can win 10 more than 10.
See, now we can't see. That's why my take was better because we can't do that now. I'm doing it before the signing. I'm telling you before the signing.
We knew they were probably going to do something.
What do you think the win total is now?
I think
what's the over under?
I can see them winning 10 to 11 now, 10 to 12.
So 10.5 might be their.
Yeah, it's like that's just it. I think that's what it is. But I think they're 10 to 12 wins again this year.
I
was 9 or 8 yesterday. I was 9 or 8 yesterday before they made a move.
Watch out for my boys, man. Watch out for my boys. Well, we talking NBA.
Yeah. I mentioned
SGA was crazy.
Yeah, SGA was crazy. He's gonna win MVP. You heard it here first. Please credit if he does. I'm gonna write the Nuggets out off as title contenders.
Aaron Gordon came back and was cooking. Was that his first game back?
Might have been. I'll double check that.
I feel like I hadn't seen
either way, he's missed a lot of time. It's just they're a great team, but I don't think they can win it this year. There's a few other teams I take ahead of them. Like they'll be around. They'll hang with the Spurs and Thunder. Spurs, Thunder, Celtics. I'm not done with the Knicks yet. I'm not done with the Knicks yet. I'm still in on the Pistons, but I think I'm ready to write off the Nuggets.
I mean, you didn't mention the team that went off last night, handled business last night. Granted, Philly didn't have no VJ Edgecombe.
I'm not buying the Cavs. I'm not doing that. You guys keep trying to sell me on this thing that's always broken every year. Yeah, he did 19 points. I think he led the Cavs in scoring, I think.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Come on, you just don't write them off.
Yes,
they're not even
you keep trying to sell me this product that doesn't work. It never works.
We haven't seen it like this.
Yes, we have.
Like this?
Yes.
We haven't seen it like this with no James Harden.
Yes, we have.
We haven't seen it with no James Harden.
We've seen it without James Harden. We've seen it without LeBron. We've seen it with Donovan Mitchell. We've seen James Harden without Donovan Mitchell. We've seen it with Joel Embiid. We've seen it with Tyrese Maxey. We've seen it with his own team. We've seen it all. I've seen it all.
They were a contender last year.
Since I was in high school, I've seen it.
They were a contender last year. They got hurt in the second round.
That's fine. But
if they get hurt again this year, they don't have a chance. But if they're healthy, if they're healthy, I think they're a championship contender.
I was in the high school library talking about, James Harden just can't get it done, I guess. And now here I am on ESPN 1320, 2026, talking about how you can't do it.
Donovan's team.
What was the 76ers?
Well, Embiid might be with somebody that can't get it done.
Maxey was there as well.
Maxey was young. Maxey was like 12 years old. Like, I'm not going to put that on Maxey. If he was playing with Maxey today, it'd be a different story.
I'm not buying it. Get that product out of my face. I'm not buying Cleveland. I think I'd have a better time in the city of Cleveland than acknowledging the Cavs can be a title contender.
Okay, so so you said Spurs, Thunder. Did you say Rockets?
No, I don't buy them either. I can't. I can't. It's just I can't buy the fact that they're a playoff team. I want to. I love Kevin Durant, but it's just I can't buy it.
Spurs.
And the Timberwolves are knocking on that door, but they're just not able to get in.
Celtics, Knicks,
and the Pistons were in there too.
The Pistons are in
there. Should be 5
Were they in there? Are they in there?
They are in there. They've been in there. They're kind of.
So those are the 5.
Yeah.
I would put the Rockets there. I would put the Cavs there.
Why? Seriously, good. Why? Why do we do this with the Cavs?
They're better this year.
Can you win with Donovan Mitchell as your best player?
I think you can. I believe you can.
I don't think you can. And it's not about Donovan Mitchell, but he's like a top 15 player, but he's closer to 15, I think. And I don't know if that's good enough.
All right, you're gonna make me do this right now. You're really gonna make me
Let's
do
argue.
this right now.
Lock in.
Donovan Mitchell, top 15 player. We got SGA. We got Wemby. We've got Jokic.
Jaylen Brown. Don't do that. Jaylen Brown, confidently.
So Jaylen Brown just that much better than Donovan Mitchell.
Jaylen Brown has had to play second fiddle to Jason Tatum, and the moment he didn't, he's turned into an MVP type player.
Donovan Mitchell had an MVP caliber season last year, and they were the number 1 seed, and he was the best player.
Yes, but I'm taking. You're not going to talk about. I'm taking Jaylen Brown.
What's more impressive about what Jaylen Brown?
I think Jaylen Brown's a better defender as well.
Okay, that's a good argument. I think Donovan Mitchell's a better. They're about equal. They're about equal as a scorer. But okay, I'll give you Jaylen Brown, Tatum.
Anthony Edwards.
Well, Ant's my boy.
It's like, come on,
Ant's my boy.
Anthony Edwards is better.
Anthony Edwards is better than Donovan Mitchell. We're 100% sure.
Yes, like Anthony
I would
Edwards
say
is.
yes.
Thank you.
I
Anthony
would
Edwards
say
is
yes.
knocking on that door of like, oh, maybe he can reach that next level, that Tatum status that you brought it up. I think last week, the Jokic, not like as good, but kind of that tier of player.
Okay, we can keep going down the list, but I just think
He's a great player. He's basically elite, but not elite enough. Not elite. He's Jimmy Butler.
Jesse.
What?
I think.
What are you standing up for?
I feel like this is a quote unquote down year for Donovan Mitchell. Do you see what he's doing this year?
Yeah, he's fine. He's not.
Do you see what he's
not going to win?
Fine.
You're not going
he's
to win.
averaging 28, 29 a night.
You're not going to win.
6 assists.
You're not going to win a
What
title.
are we talking about?
Oh, that's the thing. Oh, Donovan Mitchell's a number one, even though we've never even seen him get to the conference finals.
That's because he had to play with Rudy Gobert.
Stop. They were number one seeds at points in that Utah Jazz thing.
Yeah, he had to play with Rudy Gobert.
That's fine. It was good enough to be the one seed in the West. They had great players. He's been on good Cavs teams. He's never even been to a conference finals. Anthony Edwards has been to a conference finals with Rudy Gobert.
This guy is having one of his best seasons of his career right now.
I didn't say he's bad.
28.4 points a night. 5.8 assists a night.
Great.
4.5 rebounds. He's shooting 48% from the field, 37% from beyond the arc.
Awesome.
I don't know. I think he a top. Yeah, I disagree. He a top 10 player in the game right now. Donovan Mitchell, a top 10 player.
That's fine, but they're not title contenders to me. I won't put him in that group. I won't buy it. And maybe he proves me wrong this year.
I hope so.
Maybe.
I hope so. Now, granted, I'm biased. I like
Chris J in the chat says feels like you're kind of trashing Donovan Mitchell.
That's what it feels like to me too, Chris.
That's
what it feels like to me.
He's maybe not in that level of elite where it's like, yeah, he can take a team. He can be the best guy on a title team. Which I'm right, by the way. The results say so.
He hasn't done it. What did
He's
see,
been on good.
You're about to make me say something, man. I ain't trying to say something.
He's a great player. He's a great player.
I ain't gonna say
great player
because that's my boy.
Like player like Trae Young went to the conference finals with the Hawks. I'm just asking for one time, and I've got 0 times.
Everybody got hurt last year.
What?
They would have beat the Patriots.
So we got to do the excuse every year.
No, and Donovan will tell you. Donovan said last year at the exit interview, none of it matters, man. It just matters. I didn't win. That's all people are gonna worry about. I got to figure out a way to win.
I'm not trying to knock the player. I'm just saying I don't know if you can win a title with him, which I don't think is crazy. I think I'm not even gonna bring up this other player.
No,
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to just be the disrespectful hour on.
No, go ahead.
No,
go ahead. Disrespect somebody else.
Real quick. Sakirina Carter says Jaylen Brown hasn't done anything. I know only one player can hold up his Finals MVP. All right, thank you.
He's got Tatum's Finals MVP, man. That should have been Tatum. You saw Tatum was hurt too, man. Tatum was like Drewski a little bit.
He was behind. He wasn't even out in front of him. Look, I'm not.
That was his moment,
Donovan
man.
Mitchell,
That's cold, man.
We see the Knicks, and I think right now they're a title contender. But if they don't win it this year, would you need to get a player better than Jalen Brunson to take you over the top? And I guess that player would be Giannis, because I think Cat is about as good as it can get for number 2 right now on that team. Like, I'm not sure what number 3, number 2 wing, whatever you want to call it, is going to take them over the top. So I wonder, looking at a team like the Knicks, if you don't win it this year, do you kind of think, I might need someone better than Jalen Brunson? And maybe it's less about the player, more the position and how much of an effect it has on, I guess, just the totality of winning. Because like I said, Donovan Mitchell's elite. You read off his numbers. I'm not knocking the player, but I wonder if you just need a player better to take you over the top.
I mean, that's fair. A fair take, a fair critique.
Because if this is the Knicks team and like you're not going to add someone better than Jalen, then just run this back. I'm not sure how much better you're going to make it. But point being, like, I think maybe those kinds of players, the Donovan Mitchells, maybe the Jalen Brunsons, I'm not out on them yet, but maybe they need just that one player better.
Well, I mean, they've been talked about the last couple of years. It's really difficult from a true guard position to be the best player on the championship team. It's just difficult.
Yeah.
You don't see it often.
SGA is kind of a unique situation.
Right.
Tyrese Halliburton, that was just a great team, I guess.
Right. And Tyrese didn't
He wasn't like
didn't win.
Yeah, he
you know
wasn't
what I'm
get there,
saying? He
yeah.
didn't win it. But even getting there is difficult as well. But I feel like the only move for the Knicks, if it were to go all bad, and they had two, I deem bad losses in LA on Sunday against the Lakers and then last night against the Clippers. Like you definitely can't go 0 for 2 in that situation. If you're truly one of them teams, those two teams you should beat.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But if it does go all bad, I'm in the minority. I don't think moving on from Cat is the answer. I think adding to Cat and maybe moving on from one of the Bridges, OG Anunoby. It feels like Bridges would be the one.
What
it
is
feels
that?
like they're kind of locked into OG.
We don't have to name a player, but like, what would you even add though? Like,
I mean,
what does that even
Giannis
look
is the
at?
move.
Okay, so you're adding Giannis with
Yeah.
Cat and Jalen.
Yeah, Giannis is the move. And that's to your point. Like, it's not like, oh, let's go get Jaden McDaniels. Like,
Yeah.
that'll do it. Like, no, if you're making a move, you're going for the gusto, and you're going to get, a top 5, top 10 player in the game, somebody like Giannis, to try and get you over the hump, because the roster is right there. You've got all the talent. You've got it spread out throughout the roster the way you would think that it should be. And if you aren't able to get it done, there's only one move to make in that situation.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what it ends up looking like. Shout out to everyone listening to The Jump. We'll end with the Kings-Pacers game. I was right about Donovan Mitchell.
Wait, what?
Anyways, Kings
What
play
the
the
hell?
Pacers tonight. The tank off.
Oh, brother. Look, man, I don't see the Kings losing this game tonight. Like I said, Rick Carlisle just doesn't care.
Yeah, and Doug Christie does.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. So if he don't care,
Doug has to care as well.
Yeah, Doug has to care.
Rick
Doug
Carlisle.
that's in his blood too.
Well, yeah,
That's in his blood.
like Doug Christie, whether he was on a 5-year deal or whatever deal you want to call it, he's always going to want to win, but he does not have the cushion that a Rick Carlisle does. Doug Christie is on a 2-year deal where he kind of needs to get with the program, but also show that he can coach as well. Yeah. So for those, and we talked about it this morning, for those that maybe think they should be more bought in on tanking, he's not in that position to kind of be able to do that.
Nah,
there's no real security with Doug until he gets that next contract.
He's trying to prove himself in this league. Mm-hmm. And I joke around talking about Rick Carlisle doesn't care. Obviously, he cares.
He does, but he also knows what's going on. He knows the tank, all that stuff.
Yeah, and he's solidified in this league. Mm-hmm. He's solidified in Indiana. He knows that everybody's on board with what's going on this year. This is a gap year. This is a year that, frankly, doesn't come around often, where you had an NBA Finals team and due to injury, you can completely waste this year, get a top pick, and then hopefully get right back to it the next year. And he's all in on that. The organization is all in on that. Doug is not in that situation. He's trying to prove himself as a young coach. He's also in a situation where, like, this rebuild it's not what the Pacers are doing. This is going to take some time.
Pacers can go to the finals if they get the right pick this year.
Yeah, you're going to take some time, and you got to show that you're the guy that should be in place for that. So he's got to coach these guys up. He's got to show some growth with the young guys. Yeah, I just think he's in a different position than Rick Carlisle. Also, Rick Carlisle, I didn't watch this before, but did he go? I'm gonna find out if he went and shook hands with Doug Christie the first time. Because Rick Carlisle always talking about these coaches and all this other stuff. And I think it was a situation where I don't know. I'm gonna find out if he shook hands. I know this. You better shake hands tonight.
Yeah.
Doug Christie, a coach, show him that respect.
It's part of the brotherhood now.
Yeah, show him that respect.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned the Pacers. I think they I wasn't around for this, but like the Spurs, I think they drafted Tim Duncan because David Robinson was hurt for a year or something like that.
I wasn't around for this. Yo, how old is this guy, man?
Don't do that. I'm grown, but not grown. But point being, it's like, yeah, I can see the Pacers being a team that finds themselves back in the Eastern Conference Finals, the finals next year, just because they get an AJ DeBonsta or Derek Peters, take your pick, whoever they want. But I mean, looking at the Kings, you're a long ways away from that, and we can talk about Doug all we want. We can talk about them losing games all we want, winning games, whatever it may be these last 15, 16, 17 games, however it might be. Scott Perry is the man right now. It all starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and
you can miss out on a top 3 pick, fine. You got the 4th pick, great. Scott Perry, get it right. You got the 6th pick, Scott Perry, get it right.
Yeah.
Doug Christie and that team do what you do, but ultimately Scott Perry is the only one who's going to save anything here.
Yeah, and it's going to be up to him. And I just checked right now. Rick Carlisle did give a wave to Doug Christie. It ain't got to be a big old bro hug or nothing like that, but he gave a wave.
Acknowledge him.
Say, hey, I see you, big dog. Mike Brown wasn't doing that. But yeah, so no, Rick Carlisle, he's good for that.
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
But yeah, man, Scott Perry, he's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
He's got his work, and it doesn't matter where he picks. He's got his work cut out for him wherever he's at.
There's no excuse for Scott. He can't do the whole, oh, no, Doug, we need you to do this. We need you to lose here. Like, I need the top 3 pick. No, because if your whole plan is contingent on you landing a top 3 pick, then you're just not the guy for this job. And remains to be seen if he is or isn't. Moves so far have been a little questionable, but it's only been 1 year. It's not even been a full season.
I still think he has. I haven't flipped on him yet.
Yeah,
I still think
I got questions, but I think he
Yeah.
can still be the guy. It's a 5-year process to me, at least 4 years. I think till you're really sort of any sort of competitive, and that's just kind of if things go right. We've seen the Hornets, Wizards, the Pistons are the 1 seed right now, and it took them damn near 7 years. It feels like So I mean, it's gonna be a long process. But
Yeah.
I mean, Tank Bowl tonight. We all think the Kings are gonna win.
There's so many good sports on tonight.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this.
Maybe they get small screen today.
The small screen should be going to something else.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all right.
I don't
I'm
know.
watching though.
We'll
I'm
be there tapped in for the
I'm
Kings.
tapped
We'll
in.
be there. Malik Monk, Daquan Plowden. Maybe Devin Carter plays a little bit today. Who knows? Either way, we'll be there watching the Kings. Make sure you're here next for Rich Eisen. Rich, call me back. 9 to 12, the Jump Rewind. Me and Casey again from noon to 2. And then you got Solo, D'Lo and Casey. He's going to have Trista and Jason Jones on with him.
That's right.
And that's what we got for ESPN 1320. Again, if you didn't get the chance to win Aftershock tickets earlier, if you didn't get the chance to text that keyword, I believe it's still open from 8 to 9, actually. So again, text clown to 916-909-1320. That's the Mojo's Local Tavern Kitchen text line for your chance to win Aftershock tickets. I'm sure you probably lost your opportunity. But again, call later. I think around 3 o'clock. Deal will be giving out the next keyword. So make sure you're tapped in there. Shout out Joe. Shout out Casey for being with me this week, next week. And shout out Kyle in Japan. This is The Jump on ESPN 1320, Sacramento Sports Leader.
Holla.
Good shift, everybody.
Good stuff. Hey, I just saw something. Rosarina spoke on that thing with Cal Riley.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about it.
No,
I
he
think
was
something
not.
like that, yeah, but like I said, I get it. It's fine.
See you in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get over it. Sorry.
See you in a couple of weeks when we start the season.
Yeah. But shout out to everyone for being in here at the thumbs up. I will see you guys later. Casey will see you guys tomorrow. And Joe's just always around hanging out. So shout out to you guys.
I'm around. Take it easy, guys.
Facts.